Humans are part of nature, and like every other species on the planet, we depend upon healthy ecosystems for our survival. Nature provides us essentials like clean water, food, medicines, even recreational retreats. In fact, ecosystems also help to regulate our weather and climate. But these systems are extremely fragile. Wayanad is one such ecosystem. Located on the southern tip of the Deccan Plateau, Wayanad is an integral part of the Western Ghats, which is a UNESCO heritage site and one of the 8 biodiversity hotspots of the world. For millions of years, the region has been an abundant habitat for thousands of species of flora and fauna. However, in the last century, this has been changing.
A lot of settlers came in from the plains of Kerala, started cultivation, large cultivations like tea and coffee. So they cleared the forest, and in between, very interesting thing was the government also started encouraging the swamps or the grazing fields or the ponds, that particular things, which is actually very important part of the forest ecosystem, were all cleared for paddy cultivation. Another dangerous thing which has happened is that there are 5 major roads that cut through Wayanad, the forests. So today, this whatever remaining the forest, which is around 70 square kilometers or so, is fragmented, disjointed, islands, okay, and it actually results in a lot of man-animal conflict in Wayanad.
So the basic problem with elephant is all over India. It's not just in Wayanad. Is the diversity of forests have been lost because of the plantations. The elephant can sense the presence of water and minerals from a long distance. So it can sense, and these agricultural crops and the grasses are rich in sodium and calcium. So they can easily sense that availability.
Animal conflicts and forest fires have adversely affected the original inhabitants of the forest. The tribals of the Wayanad constitute around 36% of the population in the region. For centuries, they have been living in perfect harmony inside the forest. Now their existence is in danger. After the forests have been declared as a reserve area, there has been a move to rehabilitate the tribals in safe zones outside the forest. For many, this is an eviction from their homes in the forest.
Wayanad tribe in the prasam valare sankirnana, highly sankirnana. Wayanad tribe in the problem engane parihirikam. Adu veliya prashanam. Wayanad total tribe in the 60% വരുന്ന കാട്ടുനായികാസും പണിയാസും അടിയാസുമാണ്. അവർക്കൊന്നും ഒന്നുമില്ല. അവരെ എക്സിൻറ്റ് ആയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അവർ ഓരോ ദിവസവും വംശഹത്യയിലേക്ക് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പം ജോലിയിലുള്ള പിന്നെ ഈ സംവരണത്തെ എന്താ പറയുക, റിസർവേഷൻ, അത് അവർക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. അവർ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം ഒന്നുമില്ല.
Raghavan, a tribal who stayed most of his life in the forest, trekked daily for miles to school and was eventually relocated outside the forest. His family was given land for farming and to build a house. He is now actively involved in tribal rehabilitation process and has a different take on the issue. Raghavan spoke about how the relocation has become necessary because of the increasing man-animal conflicts.
നിയമങ്ങളനുസരിച്ച് കാട്ടിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ പല നിയമങ്ങളുമുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിനനുസരിച്ച് നമുക്ക് അവിടെ വികസനം എത്തിക്കാനൊക്കെ വലിയ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടും കാര്യങ്ങളുമുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ അത് തന്നെയല്ല, വന്യമൃഗങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചാണെങ്കിലും മനുഷ്യനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചാണെങ്കിലും വന്യമൃഗങ്ങൾ ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത്, മനുഷ്യർ ഒരു ഭാഗത്തായാൽ മാത്രമേ ഇതിൻ്റെ ശല്യം ഒരു പരിധി വരെ മാറി കിട്ടാനും പറ്റുള്ളൂ. സർക്കാർ ഏതെങ്കിലും കാലത്ത് അതിനൊരു ഒരു തീരുമാനം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മതിലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റെന്തെങ്കിലും ട്രെഞ്ചോ ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കണമെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് മനുഷ്യൻ മാറിയാൽ മാത്രമേ അതിന് ഒരു ഇതുണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ട് എല്ലായിടത്തും കുറേ ജനങ്ങൾ കുറച്ച് സ്ഥലത്ത് കുറേ വന്യമൃഗങ്ങൾ കുറച്ച് സ്ഥലത്ത് അങ്ങനെയായി താമസിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കായിട്ട് അത് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ പുനരധിവാസം നല്ലത് തന്നെയാണ്.
Masi, a 60-year-old tribal, lived all her life in the forest. It's been only 2 years since she has come out of the forest into a settlement with her family.
പിന്നെ ജീവിതം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അവിടെ നല്ലതെന്ന് അവിടെ ഒരു ചിലവാകില്ലല്ലോ. ഇവിടെ വന്നാലേ എല്ലാം കൊണ്ട് ചിലവാണ്, അവിടെ ഒരു ചിലവ് അങ്ങനെ വരുന്നില്ലല്ലോ. അതാണ് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്. വേറെ ഒരു കാര്യത്തിന് സുഖം ഇവിടെ വന്ന്.
Rehabilitation thus is a sensitive issue. Though everybody agrees that the original inhabitants of the land should get their fair due, the local administration, through a series of initiatives, is trying hard to solve the issue. Many government-funded projects have been initiated with the primary objective to encourage livelihood amongst the local tribal and indigenous community. Priyadarshini Tea Estate is one such project. It is a 100-acre plantation that employs workers only from the tribal and local indigenous communities.
The second project which we have taken up in Wayanad is called Ennur. It's a responsible tourism project. We want to give benefits of tourism to the most backward communities of Wayanad.
Many of these projects are woven around tourism, responsible and sustainable tourism. And why not? Wayanad as a destination is scenic and pristine with abundant green forest cover and wildlife. Tourism has been on the upswing over the last decade thanks to the proximity to booming feeder cities of Bangalore, Mysore and Kochi. Kerala Tourism and the local district tourism promotion council have also done much to encourage the same. Wayanad has been largely driven by agriculture with paddy cultivation and tea, coffee and spice plantations. The lure of tourist money has attracted traditional agriculturists to abandon their trade to venture into tourism. The same goes for many of the younger population who are not interested in farming. However, deforestation has led to climate change, and loss of water has been one of the major factors for making agriculture unviable. Sonny Matthew, a second-generation agriculturalist, has borne the brunt. He has seen the crop yields diminishing over the years. The profitability has so reduced that he is now looking at tourism in his plantation to bring in the returns. Ajay Uman, a resort owner, feels that unchecked development of resorts, lack of strict laws protecting the environment and not regulating the number of footfalls would only worsen the situation. He feels that the government should be more proactive with regards to these issues. However, the government can only do that much. NGOs, corporates and citizens need to step forward. There are people like Rajesh and Meera, a couple who left their cushy corporate careers in the city and moved to Wayanad. They started out by planting trees, and over the years, with patience and hard work, they have grown a forest in their piece of land.
The question is, what all can we do? So I think this being the Western Ghats, it's very important that one, we take care of the existing trees, and second, try to plant those trees which were over here for many centuries, and try to get the ecosystem back, so that at least in the private plantations we don't have just silver oaks, but much more than that.
Changing our behavior and needs to preserve the Earth's ecosystems will neither be easy nor inexpensive. Sustainability takes forever, and that is the point. But we have to start somewhere. Each one of us.